Everything up. You guys are always saying that women are delusional for wanting like a certain type of guy, but you guys want a girl who's like pretty much non-existent too.
Such as?
A girl with a really low body count, who's between a certain age, who doesn't have a Instagram or go to the club, and who's wifey material and submissive and like.
Yeah, you're right. It is difficult to find here.
Yeah.
That's why we leave it.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Dubai. They're seeing us and you guys. We understand
so
that
we're
here.
all delusional together.
No. I understand that it ain't gonna be here. So we go elsewhere. And no, I don't want to sound like an ass, but we have the value to command that. A lot of y'all don't have the value to command the type of guy that you guys want. You offer that man. But we're in a position where we can have high expectations of women, but the problem is that a lot of women don't bring as much value as to what they're trying to get in return.
Exactly. What's going on, YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Now, I hope you caught on to what she just tried to do there, because you're going to get a better explanation of that in the next clip. There is a trend going on lately with women where they're trying to basically use the reverse Uno card as men would do. And as you can see, she tried to pull the same thing here. But as you guys know, if you are familiar with Fresh and Fit, they've always planned on getting their wives abroad because they understand that it's not happening in the United States. This is one of the reasons why you don't really hear Fresh and Fit shitting on passport bros the same way you hear some other red pill content creators talk about passport bros. But I found that really interesting how she tried to sit over here and try to make it seem like y'all are just as delusional as us. Yeah, but you literally basically just told on yourself, because the fact that there really aren't a lot of women in the United States with a low body count, that don't go on Instagram looking for validation all the time, that want to go to the club all the time and so that way they can get more validation and all this other shit. You pretty much just confirm that a lot, if not most of y'all women tend to dabble in 304 behavior, so to speak. So as much as you try to play the Uno reverse card, ma'am, you pretty much told on the whole sisterhood. Yeah, I think they would probably call that dry snitching. Not intentionally anyway. But let's go on to the next video.
Hey baby, so I got a question for y'all. You know how y'all try to get out of taking women on dates and stuff, and you know, that 50-50 thing, and that, you know, I don't really want to spend no money on somebody until I check their vibe out. Tell me, for all of you men that say things like that, or, you know, that have daughters, tell me what you would tell your daughter when she's of dating age. Would you tell her to accept that, or what? Like, let me know. Do you tell your daughter, hey, ain't no man gonna take you out on a date. You better be glad that he wants to chill at your house before anything. I just can't imagine that you're sitting there telling your little princess to deal with the bullshit that y'all try to put us through. Do you tell her that she needs to split the date when that little crusty little nigga take her on a date? Hey baby girl, when you go on your first date with a guy, make sure you split that bill with him. Now, how damn stupid does that sound? And y'all try to do anything to get out of treating a woman like a woman. My thing is, do you want me to be the nigga in the situation, or you want me to be the lady?
Yeah, you see that attitude? I'm like, yeah, that attitude is exactly why men don't want to take y'all on dates in the first place. But I can say this, I don't have any children. But if I had a daughter, this is what I would tell her. And I would not be surprised if you see this in the comments as well. What I would tell her is that Pay attention to the man's character, not his wallet, how much he spends. If that man is taking you somewhere extravagant and expensive on a first date, don't accept it because 9 times out of 10, he's expecting something in return. Be okay with a coffee date as a first date and during the daytime for your safety. Your time is just as valuable as his. So there is no need for him to be spending hundreds of dollars on a first date. I don't expect you as my daughter to pay or go 50-50 on the first date. However, I do expect you as my daughter to have your own. So that way, in the worst case scenario, that does happen, at least you can cover yourself and not have to worry about shit. And then cut the man off and don't date him anymore. Now, for any of you guys that have daughters or want to throw your 2 cents in, I would like to know what y'all would say to y'all daughter in the comments. I'd imagine it'd probably be something similar to what I just said. Now I want y'all to see what other brothers were saying in the comments. Look, very first comment at the top of the thing, and it's by a female. I tell my daughter to have her own. Avoid expensive dates. Dudes may expect something extra. Learn who he is. Look for signs in the first date or caption. Similar to what I just said. I think they answered it like I did. Yeah, we don't want our daughters to be accepting these things because they are expectations. She won't be dating crusty. I tell her to pay for her own food she ate by herself. Look, I can tell you as a man, if we go that route, we don't like you. It's that simple. Call me what you like, but it's a turn on when I get up to pay the bill and the old girl get up and say, hey, I got this one. I'll let you know she's not looking for no handout and could meet half on anything. Okay, I like that answer. I like this answer too. What would you tell your son about these women out here? Yeah, because you so quick to say, what would these men tell their daughters? What would you tell your son about these women that are demanding $200 dates minimum on a first date? Mandatory. What would you say to your son about that? What do you say to your son about all these women demanding their bills get paid and their hair and nails done, paid for off the rip? Yeah. Why won't you answer that question too? Why you at it? Let's keep it moving.
You're talking to a guy that claims to be interested in dating you, and you say something like, oh, I'm going to get my nails done or my hair, I'm going to the mall, and he does not offer to send you money to contribute to that. You need to block him, and you need to block him quickly, okay? We don't have time to be talking to men that cannot contribute to our lives, even in the smallest of ways. Not in this economy.
To each of us, we all have
the
same.
like
Not all men.
He's not designed like how you're
Some
designed.
men just are
Vice versa.
Type of character where they're
Yeah.
like, I just want one. I don't really want.
There's different designs.
Some of them are actually like have issues like going outside or whatever, have anxiety. Like I think I'm good with just one woman. I don't really have the need to.
Okay, cool. Now that type of man.
Yeah.
Describe that type of man.
The one that doesn't want.
The one with the anxiety.
Oh, okay. I would say that he. I would say that.
He's the fucking loser that you don't want. He's the fucking loser that you don't want. This is the guy. Listen, women use the guys that they, by their own recollection, will not deal with. But they will use the loser to make the point. Like, oh, see, he said he only wants one. This fucking loser can only barely get one. The guy with the anxiety and all that, would y'all fuck with him?
Yeah.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, anxiety. Yeah.
You just sat here and told me you want a man that's courageous. That
No, I said courageous. It's not courageous.
If he's having anxiety, just to talk to women, you gonna deal with that?
Yeah. Yes. Don't talk to no
To even talk to you, if a man can't even approach you, you're gonna deal with that. That's courageous in your eyes.
Well, I don't need a courageous man to like approach me in a courageous manner, but yeah, I would whatever way that is like is nice, proper. Anyway, if it's a quiet conversation, even if it's like something polite, just a hello, whatever. It doesn't have to be too much. If it's genuine and if it's beautiful, I'm gonna enjoy it. It doesn't have to be loud, you know. So however form it comes.
That's a good clean. Why are you capping?
Facts. and they give they all and don't hurt the men that they don't need.
I'm done dating the old way in 2024. The old way was when you wanted to date someone, you become obligated to have to fund them. Now you're required to pay certain bills, put gas in the car, pay for dates, and all of this extra shit, which has become expensive in these days and time. Nothing is the same anymore. The economy ain't even the same. So now it seems as if these women have become a bill. And I got my own bill. I'm trying to better myself, put myself in a better position. But if being lonely means I gotta be by myself and save my money, then I'm gonna be by myself and save my money. Because I cannot come up and be trying to date these women and they a whole nother bill if I'm always funding these motherfuckers. So moving forward, if I'm gonna be dated, I prefer to date a woman that don't need shit from me. I don't mind paying for the date, lunch, whatever, dinner, whatever shit like that for company. I don't mind. But I'm not sending you shit on no light bill. I don't care about you being short on your rent. If you're not my woman, get somebody else to do it.
See, and I think that's reasonable. And you want to know what's funny? Women will still fight back on this. This is how most men are thinking when it comes to the dating market. Men don't mind paying for dates. We know we're expected to do that. But all this extra shit, like, oh, you got to spend $200 and oh, you got to pay for my hair. And like, bro, like, okay, slow down. And see, a woman's rebuttal to this is typically, oh yeah, but you gonna want them cheeks on the first date. I'm gonna be like, well, based on everything that y'all are trying to come up with as far as hair, nails, paying for dates, paying for the light bill, y'all want a man to spend all this money up front. What y'all asking for is the equivalent of a man spending money on a prostitute. And he can clap the cheeks and get in and out and ain't got to stress and worry about nothing. And would probably spend less money than he would going out on a date with you, only to go home to blue balls. Probably not even a kiss goodnight. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I'm like, now y'all see why I keep saying they might as well just go ahead and legalize prostitution at this point.
The reason that there's so many men who are single or who can't get girls is because of how society and the economy is now structured, where now it's like men aren't supposed to use their beauty or their physical attractiveness to get a partner. That's not been seen before. They're supposed to use their resources to get a partner.
That's true.
They've always, do you think that's the way that the economy is set up, where it's like now both men and men are entering the workforce, and now women are at an advantage and incentivized to earn more than their husbands or boyfriends or partners or whatever, that now those men are basically rendered useless.
Well, yes, that's actually a way a man in the past historically used to make himself appealing and attractive to a potential partner was by being a provider. That can still be to some degree employed, but to perhaps a far lesser degree. And look, there are some women who want to be stay-at-home wives, and they might be more inclined to take that into consideration when selecting a partner. But now, yes, absolutely, men have to rely on much more different things. It can be looks. They need to up their emotional intelligence, their conversation skills, riz, blah, 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 all that.
Once again, Mr. Dangly Earrings making fantastic points, but the women aren't going to listen because he has dangly earrings. Bro, take the earrings out.
Is it just me, or is there not an argument in favor of men being providers that doesn't make women out to be objects or children? You know, like there's a whole, oh, you want her to give it to you for free? Like, yes, ideally, I wouldn't want to purchase it like it was an item. And then there's, if you can't afford to date her, don't date her. You know, the way you shouldn't have children if you can't afford to raise children. And, when you bring these things up, you tend to get called broke as if they're not the ones asking for free things and to be supported financially. And, if they just owned up to it and were like, you know what, I want to be treated like an object, I want to be treated like a child, I would have nothing to say to them because you're an adult, you can choose how you want to be treated. But let's not act like this is typically how we treat adults with fully developed brains. They never ask what these provider men get in return. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Like, genuinely, because I've heard people say, what do you mean? You get her? What? First of all, you're telling me I get her and she gets me and the money? That is not a deal. That is a robbery.
Got a point.
Take the earrings out, bro. Here's the thing. When it comes to dating, and I've said this multiple times, women are smarter than men. The massive majority of men, even myself, right? Like, when dating, don't embarrass me about reaching for the check. What the fuck don't you embarrass me? Don't you ever reach for a check while me and you are out eating. Don't you? I swear to ooh. So I have those patriarchal standards built up within me as well. Like, if we chilling at the house and you want to order some DoorDash for both of us and pay for it, I ain't tripping because ain't nobody seeing that. But we out there. Jay Alexander, Capital Grill, Fogo de Chao, hell, Cheesecake Factory, Applebee. Don't you reach for that check. It's within us all, but it's kind of hypocritical when you hear these women who want to dismantle the patriarchy, but at the same time benefit from it. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the lady in the video that was like, I'm dating a broke guy who has a mortgage, and who, of course, that man sounds like he's living above his means, and I get it. I'm always a person that preaches against that. But calling somebody broke because they're in the same financial situation as you is crazy work. Also, this sentiment that men just love spending all of their hard-earned money on women is crazy. We don't. I think they know that. I think they're waking up to the fact that what they're saying sounds absurd, and now there's just random pushback. Like, women are just like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. The curtain has been pulled back. We all been bullshit.
Yep, as I've said before, the veil has been lifted. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description, as well as my latest mixtape, Neo Trap Volume 2. And if you want to purchase any other merch, Spreadshot.com link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all, deuces.